What's up, everybody? Head coach Robert Gray with Victory Performance. We're going over our phase 3, week 1, day 2 strength and conditioning session. Okay, so we're going to start just like yesterday with our 3-minute jump rope, bike ride, or run, and then we're following with mobility and activation 1. Okay, from there we're going right into our metabolic resistance training circuit for the day. Okay, the big change this phase in our metabolic resistance training is in our work to rest ratios. So previously we were 1-to-1, working more of our aerobic system. Okay, now we're going to transition getting into more of 1-to-2 today. Later in the week we'll be at a 1-to-3 work to rest ratio, getting more into anaerobic work, a little bit higher intensity stuff within each interval, and longer duration rests. Okay, so with that said, our session today is 10 seconds of work followed by a 20-second break for 5 rounds, okay, of each exercise. We're going to flow A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way through before starting back at the top, okay? So the first movement is a jump plus a shuffle step, okay? So we're just going to keep doing that for 10 seconds. So to start, counter movement, jump, land, shuffle step, jump, shuffle step, jump, okay? Still focusing on our quality landing positions that we always have developed. We're just now adding in that push to one side before going into the next jump, okay? This being week 1 of that, our intensity doesn't need to be through the roof, right? We just need to develop our coordination and some rhythm with the movement, okay? From there, we're going into horizontal fake throws. So for this drill, we're going to be in an athletic stance very similar to our snap down position. Okay, knees bent, hips bent, ankles bent, all of them are loaded. I've got my light weight here, somewhere 3 to 5 pounds, maybe a little heavier if you're feeling good, okay? So we're in that athletic stance, and then for 10 seconds, I'm just transitioning the ball side to side as fast as I can, okay? This is a standing core drill, okay? So all the action is happening with the weight moving side to side. From a visual standpoint, what you're going to feel should be ab tension, okay, resisting a ton of excessive movement side to side, okay? After that, we're going right into 4-yard sprint to back pedal. So you're just going to set 2 objects out 4 yards apart, okay? And for 10 seconds, you're going to sprint forward, back pedal back, sprint forward, back pedal back, okay? Rest for 20 seconds before going into your push press. We'll need 2 weights for this, 1 at each shoulder. Okay, our push press feet are going to be underneath our hips, and this is just a progression of a strict press, right? So a strict press is just our upper body. A push press is going to involve a little bit of lower body speed, power, and momentum, okay? So it'll be dip and drive. Okay? While the push press is a progression of that shoulder press, that strict press drill that we talked about, it is really a lot more about the coordination of lower body power transitioning into upper body displacement or movement, right? So feel your legs moving the weight for you, okay? Don't rely solely on your shoulders. After the push press, we're into our straddle 4 count. Okay, so again, if you have a platform, that's great. Okay, you can use the platform. We're standing on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 rep. Okay, we're going to be doing that for 10 seconds. Staying low, trying to be agile on our feet. If you don't have the platform, just like we did yesterday, you can draw a circle or a box on the ground. You can imagine it if you'd like to. Okay, start with your feet wide, and for 10 seconds, you're just transitioning in and out, okay? From there, the next drill is a plyo push-up. For your plyo push-ups, many of you may need to incline this drill to allow for a high level of execution. Okay, so hopefully you have a bench or a counter or any elevated surface that you can put your hands on that will allow you to execute these plyo push-ups at a high level. Okay? So plyo push-ups, yes, they're an upper body power exercise, but if your core is not in the right position, nothing else matters. So hold on to the plank. Make sure you're rigid while you're in the air. And while you're in the air, you're prepared to absorb the force that comes with landing. Okay? The final movement of your metabolic resistance training circuit is a high plank, 2 up, 2 back. Okay? So if you have a line, you can just set that out on the ground. I'm going to use my jump rope here. Okay, I'm going to get in my high plank position, and for 10 seconds, I'm just transitioning my hands forward and back, okay, while trying to resist any loss of torso positioning. Okay, so that plyo push-up and that high plank kind of have the same basis of our focus, right, our plank positioning. Once you finish the high plank, 2 up, 2 back, you start back at the top, and we're going through those 7 exercises for 5 rounds through, okay? After your metabolic resistance training, you're going into your mobility finishers, which starts with 90-90 hip internal rotation pails and rails, okay? So it's a lot of words there. We're going to start in our 90-90. Okay, I want if you're following along with this demo, I want your left leg in front of you and your right leg out to the side here, okay? So my torso is rotated, my chest is kind of facing my left knee here, okay? Hands are on the ground behind me, and to start the drill, I'm going to create some tension or brace in my abs. But then we're also going to push our left foot and shin down into the ground, okay? What that should do is result in some tension around my hips, okay? It may even result in a cramping feeling. If you get that, you don't have to push as hard, but we do want to push into the ground and create some tension, okay? So I'm rotated over my left leg. I'm going to push down for 30 seconds. At the end of 30, I'm going to go right into trying to lift my foot and shin off the ground. Okay, as you can see, nothing really changes visually here, but the tension around my hip and internally in my body has definitely changed. After doing 30 seconds on that side, you'll switch. Now I'm over my right leg, and I'll complete the same action, pushing the right leg into the floor for 30 before lifting the right leg off the ground, or up for 30, not really off the ground. Okay, after I complete my 30 seconds on those, then we're into hinge, squat, rotate. We know this from our mobility and activation series. Feet are squat width. I'm in my hinge, grabbing onto my feet. Okay, I've got my abs on. Pull into my squat, creating some tension in my upper back. Notice the arms are straight inside of the knees. Okay, from here we'll rotate to one side, rotate to the other side, and then back into the hinge. Okay, that's 1 rep. We'll go through for 8 total. The final movement of your mobility finisher is a half kneeling ankle pails rails. So the pail rail action is that pushing into the ground, lifting up off the ground. We're now just going to do that in our ankle or our knee drive position. Okay, so my knee is driven forward. From here for 30 seconds, I'm going to push my foot, the front of my foot down into the ground like I'm doing a calf raise. Okay, and it should just result in a ton of tension around my ankle. Okay, then for 30 seconds, I'm going to try to lift the front of my foot off the ground. Again, resulting in tension across my ankle. Okay, once you've done 30 seconds of that on each leg, you have completed your week 1, day 2 strength and conditioning for today. Great job.